Bird of Paradise would be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. That one,
A magnolia would be cool.
dude, magnolias are tight. Every
A
10
Venus flytrap.
seconds. Yeah.
Piranha plant.
Oh, but you know what I haven't done yet? We're live, but I need to do this.
Yeah.
Just so that everyone can you see this?
Yeah.
This big black screen?
Oh, I don't see a black screen.
Oh, you don't see a black screen? This is wild. Trying to figure this out is so
Oh, now I see a black screen.
okay, I just got rid of it too. We're live, y'all. We're live. We do this stuff live. This is just how we do it.
Yeah, experimentation with the platform and with art.
Just trying to make it just the best that it can be, you know?
Yeah.
The best that it can be. I wonder if anyone will be able to hear the sound on this, though.
You should hope so.
Because I sure can. Woo, yeah! Oh, yeah! Here we go! Oh, yeah! Woo! Yeah! Oh, yeah! Love Wire! Live Wire! Woo!
Oh, no way.
Have you not seen this yet?
No, I haven't. The intro.
I forgot to add your slide in it yet. I need like a thing for daily artifact.
Oh, cool. This is awesome, dude. This is what we talked about last week. Live wire.
Live Wire.
It's live, y'all.
Sure is.
Blah.
And we are live. Yeah. Ooh, baby. That's what I'm talking about. We got some plants going up.
Plants.
Well, welcome to the show, everybody. We're gonna be doing some plants today. Maybe
Plants.
some vegetables, maybe some other plants, but a special shout out to a very special person on their very special day.
Woo!
Rose, if you're watching,
Happy birthday.
love you. Happy birthday from all of us to you. Happy birthday, Rose. Yeah, we got ourselves a fun little show today. Gonna be drawing some plants. Gonna be I'm stepping out of my wheelhouse today there, Connor. I have not made a wire plant yet.
I mean,
I've not.
it's going to be an adventure.
Yeah, dude. That's what we're all about here on this show right here is the adventures.
Yeah, it's great. The themes let you explore.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a pretty open-ended one, though.
Yeah, for sure. Last one was elephants. This one plants.
All of plants.
All of plantdom. Mm-hmm. Music levels were good for you there last time there, Connor?
Yeah, they were.
Cool.
What's on the playlist today?
Dude, that is a great question, dude. Well, if we're going to be doing some plants, I think we should probably throw it up to start us off with some Brahms.
Drums.
Some
Awesome.
Brahms. We got some, this album is very old, so it's a little scratchy, but I think it sounds kind of nice. It makes it sound real, even though if you were to watch them live, it would be as crystal clear as it could possibly get.
Yeah, it's like someone was like crinkling something next to your ear while you were watching the concert. Authentic.
Yeah, like they're eating their snacks. You could just imagine them eating their snacks.
A whole theater full of people eating crunchy snacks during a Brahms performance.
Yeah, we could get some Brahms in there. Let's see, dude. Who else do we got?
Next week, I ought to roll a couple vinyls down to you.
Oh yeah, dude. You definitely should. I've got what I got, but it ain't a lot. It would be cool to have more. I told Ethan too. I was like, Ethan, dude, next time you're ever in the neighborhood, just drop off some vinyl with me so that we could do it. Dude, should we dip into this cruising album? Who's even on this cruising album? Oh, dude, what? Dude, these are just a classic mixes right here. I got this. All right, we're going to throw up some cruising albums. I like how it's like cruising, but who has a record player in their car, and would that even work?
I think it's been done before.
Has it been done? I just feel like the vibration
definitely seen it.
of the road.
Yeah, you'd need a gyroscopic record player.
Yeah, one that's suspended
in a vacuum. Yeah, it's possible. Definitely possible.
We could totally do that. Dude, we could listen to a lot on this. There's like a couple discs in there.
That would be a cool alternative to like the egg drop science experiment is record player in a car.
No scratching, no skips.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Dude, you know what? Dude, do you know this album right here? It could be a surprise one for people. If you don't,
it kind of looks like a Zeppelin album, but
I see that. I see that for sure. But once I play it, you'll know. You'll know exactly who we're listening to.
All right.
Dude, I think that might be. Dude, I'll probably play a couple of those cruising albums, just because there's like some good jams in there. But we'll start off with some Brahms, because plants like Brahms, and I like Brahms.
Ooh. Yeah, let's get bright.
This is
Not
Opus 73. An opus, dude.
Yeah, imagine you just finished Opus 72 and you're like, what do I do next? What
am I to do? Oh yeah, dude. This is a nice Let's see. We can listen to Allegro non troppo, Adagia. Oh, no. Allegro con spirito. That's what we're going to listen to. Come on. Where's the little? There it is.
Oh, no. Okay.
There it is. All right, party people out there. Show today, we've got Brahms, followed by some cruising albums, followed by a wonderful surprise series album. That was a hint. The phrasing. It's all in the hips. But, oh man, who? Wow, there's like a lot of cool stuff. I don't even think all of them are in here though. Maybe. I see 3 of them. How many discs are there? Oh, there's supposed to be 5 in here. Oh yeah. I hope we have. Dude. There's a lot of good cruising songs in here. What I need though is a little solution to clean the needle. I think that's what I need to do, is find one of those. All right, Brahms in D. That's just how it's gotta be. Dude, classical music is just so pleasant.
Yeah.
It can be. Then some of it can be like extremely jarring. It's so crazy. All right, well, here we go. We got some things. I'm gonna have to draw out. Oh, how? I feel like probably the easiest way to go about. Interesting. What plant are you gonna do? Oh, dude, I like what I'm seeing already.
I'm starting out with this green onion.
Yeah.
Because I've been eating a lot of these lately.
Nice, dude. You growing them in your garden? Some green onions?
I am not, but there are some stray ones growing in a dirt patch near my garden.
So you're a common forager, aren't you?
Yeah, an urban forager.
Dude, that would be a fun thing to go around doing.
Yeah,
some
it'd be a
guerrilla
cool
gardening.
Yeah, it would sustain urban foragers. Some guerrilla gardening.
Any of my garden folks listening to this, you have heard the call.
Go for it.
Calling all for the guerrilla gardeners to get out there and plant so that our urban forager friends have stuff to forage.
And then you develop an app, kind of like Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Where you can tag plants you found.
That's awesome. There actually is an app for that. Plant ID.
Oh yeah, I've been playing with a few actually. They're pretty accurate.
iNaturalist is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
You familiar with iNaturalist? iNat?
I have not used it, but I'm familiar. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
read
That's
I read a
solid-
list of all the plant IDing apps.
Yeah. iNat is all about citizen science. So it's like all the IDs come from a bunch of people's experience with the plants and things. And it's like if 3 people confirm your suspicions, then it's a research grade. I forget what the word is, but specimen. It
Oh,
counts.
cool. It gets like
Counts.
verified.
Yeah. I'm gonna start off with an ant just to get my brain flowing in the wires,
Yeah, that's good.
because I need a warm up before I start thinking about how to do this.
Yeah, let's draw some ants.
Draw some ants. And we'll get some good ideas going.
Let's draw some ants that look like
Plants.
or they're dancing to Brahms along the plant.
Nice. There you go.
That's an ant.
I guess this is a plenty fine angle. What'd you get up to today?
A lot of errands done.
Nice. Solid. Productive.
Yeah.
Dang, Brahms just going off on us right now.
That's true.
Oh my gosh, dude. I was so close to slaying the spire last night. Like, I kind of off topic, but oh my gosh, dude. That game. That game, dude. So frustrating sometimes.
Yeah. Who are you playing as?
The Watcher. She's the last person that I have to play the game as in order to win,
Mm.
I guess. I don't know what happens, but Rose told me that there's like an extra act after you beat Act 3 if you do it as the Watcher and collect all 3 shards from the other characters.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I've been trying to do that, and it's just been proving to be extremely difficult. Ants. Oh yeah, look at all them ants. Is that a carrot? You making a carrot down there?
I feel like I had to.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, we came here to draw plants.
We sure did. We sure
And these ants
did.
like a little bit more than onions.
I'm stoked. I've been cleared to go back to work.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I'm very excited to get back to work. Holy cow. You know, it's all fun and games to... I mean, it's literally all games to be quarantining right now. Man, it'll sure be nice to get back to work. I swear. Right. Got the leg bits. You coming in with some leg bits.
You keep your ant builds pretty consistent.
Pretty much.
Like the
I
one
do
I'm
them
looking
the
at right
same
now.
way all the time. But you build first. You do the first coil,
Mhm.
where you've got the segmented coils. Then you do the twisty legs. So I gotta twist them up these legs, and you attach them. And then I use whatever extra wire to make antenna, and that's an ant.
Nice.
I mean, each ant is different, right? some of them I get their legs longer, and that's what I think makes them look better.
Hmm.
Sometimes I make their legs a little too small, but it still works.
Yeah.
I think when the legs are longer, it makes them look a lot better. But you can't have them too long, because then they just look kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. Could look like kind of a water strider.
Yeah, definitely get that water strider feel. Wow, that was Brahms.
That was wild.
I know, dude. It's such a crazy one. Such a crazy one. Thank you, Brahms. It just happened so fast, dude. It's like over before we even knew it. But we've been at it for a minute. All right, let's dip on over to this cruising book. Hmm. Oh. All right, let's see. What's this one? Record 3? Who's on record 3? Oh, dude, this one's pretty cool. Yeah, maybe I'll listen to this one too. But I really want one of these has Aretha. And I want to listen to some Aretha Franklin. Dude, my favorite scene in School of Rock is when he's talking about, Aretha Franklin. He's like, oh, everybody wants to party with Aretha.
Yeah, I totally thought of that as well.
I love it, dude. I love it. It's so good. It's like a great, body positive moment,
Yeah, dude. Jack Black.
Oh my gosh, dude. Listening to Neil Hamburger a lot is just the best. Last night, me and Justin, we put onto the Rhythm Bot Tim and Eric on Poolside Chats, and it is just so good. Someone calls in to Neil and is like, Neil, how was it touring with Tenacious D? How was that? And he's just like talking about Jack Black, and it's just like, he's insane, but also just the most nicest and caring person. He just absolutely loved going on tour with Tenacious D. And I love it too. All right, dude, you should recognize a couple of these songs on this record for sure. Like, when's the last time you listened to the Monkees, dude?
A long time ago. I used to have a tin Monkeys lunchbox.
Dude, that's super sick.
Yeah. I was very excited about that as a kid.
Heck yeah, dude. Unfortunately, whenever I listen to this song, I can only think of the Smash Mouth cover of it in Shrek 2.
Shrek is such a good movie. Shrek 2 is such a good movie.
It is. It's so good. Oh wait, no, is this one in Shrek 1? I can't remember. Shrek 2 is great. But is this one in Shrek 1 or 2?
Get into a fresh big plant.
Fresh Biggie, huh?
Yeah, so
Shrek 1, guys. Oh, thank you, Kevin. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's at the end. That's what it is. It's at the end. Yes, Kevin's watching. That's the best, dude. Kevin, how you been, man? It's good to know. Good to know you're in here, dude. Good to know. It's so good. Yeah, Kevin, what do you think of the new show? I got guests now. We got the man himself, Connor Burke.
How's it going, Kevin?
Oh, I forgot to bring up the other pages in case other people are talking to us on there. I gotta look it up. But first.
All right.
Nice, dude. Happy you're here. Happy you're here, Kevin. We gotta pull up the other pages. I don't know who's all watching. Oh yeah, baby. We got it up. We got it up. Wow, that's such a fast song.
Hey, little girl, you don't have to hide nothing no more. You didn't do nothing but have
Ooh, dude, I like what I see. I like what I see.
Alrighty. We're doing a Romesco.
Ooh, baby.
This is going to be hard.
Yeah,
This is going to be really challenging
I was like,
because they're so precise.
they are. It's such a beautiful, beautiful plant. Probably one of the best looking plants that I know. I mean, not too many plants make you feel as much as those plants make you feel. Man, I got so many friends on this desk. I don't know what to do with them all. They're all over the place. But I finally got, oh my gosh, dude, I got thinner gauge wire so that I can do the bindings better. Oh, it's just gonna make my life a whole lot easier. I just forget that it's so important to have different things. Yes.
There it is.
Aretha. I could have swore when I bought these pliers, I don't know if you can tell, but when I bought these pliers, they touched, and now they don't touch. So when I have a really thin gauge wire, I actually can't grip it very well.
Oh, man.
But that's why I'm glad I have your mom's.
Oh, those tiny ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are great when you can get, like, really in there.
Oh, yeah, dog.
Ooh.
Little GTO, you better look at mine. 3 deuces and a 4-speed and a 389. Listen to her tacking up now. Listen to her whine. Come on and turn it on, wind it up, blow it out, GTO. You want to see her on a roll course or a motorbike?
Ooh.
Just let her modify cars.
Yeah. Sorry, Kevin, I didn't respond to what you said in the chat. But good. Glad to hear you're doing all right. It's like definitely a lot of stuff happening. And, you know, me and Connor, we come here and we hope that we can just help people kind of relax and just decompress a little bit. Something that I was talking to my brother recently, Austin, about, Connor, was just how, like, right now, in our lifetime, and in the entirety of human history, more people are consuming media than there ever has been consumed before.
Wow.
So, like, with all the things that are happening, it's like important to remember that, like, these giant media giants know this. So you have to be careful on who you're listening to, because they're trying to compete with everybody else for your attention.
Yeah.
And that is kind of scary to think about.
It's scary stuff.
Dude, it is so scary.
Everything is designed to draw you in.
Yeah. Just like this show.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thanks for tuning in.
Support local streams.
Yeah, support your local streams. Support your local artists.
Yeah, this was not going to be an accurate Romanesco broccoli, but it's going to be representative of a Romanesco broccoli.
There you go.
Looks kind of like an artichoke right now, so we'll see how it goes.
I can see the artichoke, but I can also see where it's going to open up into a beautiful Romanesco.
Yeah. We got this. We got this. Hmm.
Boom. That was side one. Let's go on to the other side.
Head out on the highway, looking for adventure. And whatever comes our way. Yeah, it can happen. Take the world in a loving embrace. Find all of the guns, explode into space. Lightning. Every metal thunder, racing with the wind. Feel the world in a loving embrace. Find all of the guns, explode into space. Like a true nature's child. We were born to be wild. We can climb so high.
The biggest difficulty with thinner gauged wire is sometimes it's really easy to overcrank your wires and then stress out the metal so much that it just snaps.
It's too hot.
Yeah, dude, it gets way too hot.
That's kind of what we're all about here at Livewire.
Yeah. Looking for adventure.
And whatever comes my way. Take the world in a loving embrace. Find all of your guns, explode into space. We're gonna be wild. We can climb so high.
All right, this guy's got some really long antenna. I think it works. Born to be wild. I mean, really though, ants have long antennas. I mean, compared to this, this ant's antenna, definitely. Would you believe if I told you that this ant actually is? This one was the first one that I made right here, and then the most recent one that I made.
I don't know. They're both pretty good.
They both look like ants. Oh yeah, dude, that's gonna be super wild.
This one's going to be pretty freeform, but I think I thought of another idea of how we can represent
Yeah.
the Romanesco. So we're going to do two attempts. One's going to be more interpretational, and the other one's going to be a little more accurate.
Sick. I'm excited.
We got time. All the
Alright.
time in the
If I
world.
was gonna do just a regular old broccoli, a regular old broccoli, how would I accomplish a regular old broccoli?
I have a couple ideas, but I want to see what you come up with.
Yeah. I feel it.
I want to see how you solve the broccoli problem.
Yeah, right.
All right.
Mm.
This down a little bit. The crazy thing about Romanesco, though, is each like level of size is its own Fibonacci spiral.
Yeah.
Like it's a ring of spirals made up of a ring of spirals made up of little rings of spirals. And I'm sure it goes even deeper than that.
Dang, that's in there.
It's just incredibly repetitive, but it's beautiful plant math.
A broccoli. Well, you know, like a broccoli, they've got like, I mean, I imagine if I mean, you know, like broccolis are like little trees.
Yeah.
So I just got to think about making a little short stubby tree.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a lot of coiling. And I think I could use actually a lot of this extra wire that I have. If I have like one larger coil, it just kind of opens up until the main head. And I'm going to have smaller coils coming off. It almost looks like a mushroom cloud. What I'm going for.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I can see that.
Oh, dude, this is fire. Who is this?
walking down the road. Tell me, how long you gonna stay here, Joe? Some people say this town don't look good in snow.
All right. I think I know what I gotta do.
You don't care, I know. Ventura Highway in the sunshine, where the days are longer, the nights are stronger than moonshine. You're gonna go, I know. Cause the free wind is blowing through your hair, and the days surround your daylight there. Seasons crying, no despair. Alligator lizards in the air. In the air.
All right. I just looked up real quick to see if anyone has made broccoli out of wire. No one. This will be a first on planet Earth right here.
That's pretty good, dude.
You heard it here first, folks.
First Brock.
The first Brock ever to be sculpted out of wire. Let's see how I do. But I'm afraid that I feel like in order to make this broccoli stand, I would need a stand. But maybe this broccoli doesn't have to stand, you know?
Yeah, I like
when do you see broccoli standing?
very rarely.
Very rarely, I would say. I'd say most of the time broccoli's leaning on its side.
Most of the time.
You know, unless it's growing. But if it's growing, it's not standing.
Yeah,
You know?
they're heavy. They lop off to one side. That's not really standing.
Yeah.
I would. It's very rare to see. You just toss a broccoli, a nice steamed broccoli ready to be eaten, and you see that standing up like a tree.
Yeah. The only time you could ever really have the broccoli standing up is if you got your pile of mashed potatoes and you put the broccolis down in the mashed potatoes like it's dirt. You know, and then you got a little forest, and then you take your little dino nuggets and you can set up a whole Cretaceous scene.
That sounds great. That sounds great.
That's what I would do. That's what I would do.
A nice edible landscape.
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
Dude, this song is so similar to that last one we were listening to. What was it? Little GTO by Ronnie and the Daytons. It's like the same chord progression.
Capturing the summer vibes.
Yeah, right?
Let's get out of here and have all the fun we can.
Yeah.
Let's go ride this car until we can't anymore.
It's just you and me, Louise, to the very end. I actually have not seen that movie in its entirety. Have you seen Thelma and Louise?
No, I have
Dude,
not.
that's the classic. It's a classic car flick. Thelma and Louise. Oh, sorry, Rose. I'm like looking at a bunch of all the other page comment sections trying to keep
Oh,
track.
hey,
but
Rose.
Rose, you're here.
Happy
I notice
birthday.
She's like, hey, you guys. And then a second
Nani?
later, it's like, notice me, senpai. Yeah, Rose, we notice you. You're here. Thank goodness. Hope the day was well spent on this, your birthday. You know, I commonly refer to the birthday as your born day because it's the day you were born. Your mom did the birthing. So, like, you know,
That's
it's actually your
definitely true.
mom's birthday,
Born
but it
day.
is your born day. It is the day you were born. The day you were born. Dude, okay, let's see. Oh my gosh, dude, this is so funny. So, like, this whole thing is like a bunch of cruising records that have, like, you know, full mixes and all that good stuff, you know, like we've been listening to, except for record number 4, side A. Do you think you could guess the only band representative in record 4, side A? You know, we're just going to throw it on and you're going to know instantly who we are listening to. But we're going to throw it on. This whole side is just one band. That's it. It's kind of funny. I wonder what they did to garnish such recognition. Do you know?
Oh no.
Oh, dude, this is good old fashions. Yeah, CCR, baby.
Dang.
This whole side, all the other ones are mixes of a bunch of different artists, except for this one record. On this one side, it's all CCR. They're like, nah, CCR needs an entire side in our cruising.
Yeah. I mean, give the people what they want.
Exactly. Like, you know, if you're going to listen to one CCR song while you're cruising down the highway, you need to listen to at least 4 other CCR songs. That's just the way it's got to go.
All right, let's get in there.
Dude, I wish when we were in that AP sculpture class, I just stuck to wire the whole time. You know, if I just chose one medium to focus on, everything in the wire versus everything in communism, I think it would have been a lot. I think I would have done a lot better. You remember that, dude? My
probably.
whole theme was communism.
I mean, I liked a lot of the things.
Yeah, they were cool for sure. But I think those sticklers did not appreciate the communist agenda I was trying to push.
Yeah,
And
I
they gave
think.
me a bad score because of it.
Yeah, I think it was probably political, honestly,
Yeah, dude.
as
They
to
were
why they
like,
gave you a
nah,
bad
nah.
score.
We can't give this kid a good score because then he's gonna fall knee deep into some red communism. But like everyone knows, on paper, communism would work the best. But it's just human beings are greedy and they crave power. And you'll just never be able to get it to work to benefit all the people. But at the end of the day, like it's all about the people, the People's Republic, the People's Army. You know, I just wish we weren't so greedy. Rose, we know you're in here. Notice us. Notice us noticing you. Like one of the most classic CCR songs right here, coming into your airwaves. Warner Brother Music, we do not have the rights to any of these songs, but we humbly request to be able to listen to this stuff right now.
Pirate radio.
Pirate radio.
I like that.
I'm sure the men and women of CCR would be fine with us listening to their music as we make art. Me. Enemy. Dude, CCR is great, dude. I love them.
Is this a record labels mix or what is this again? What are we listening to?
This is the Cruising album.
Oh, purely
From,
purely for cruising.
Purely for Cruising. This is probably made by Warner Communications Company.
Hmm. Specifically, the people pulling the tracks.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as like, dude, they throw on the. See, this is why it's just a little ridiculous. Oh, dude, I don't know if you noticed this, but whoever the artist was of this album was really. You can tell that they really wanted. They really wanted this person to be on there, but is not. Oh, I don't think you can read that. But on the license plate of this car, can you see whose name that is?
Zappa. Wow.
Dude, they wanted Zappa on this Cruising album, but was not gonna get him in there.
I mean, if it's 3 sides and mixes and Creedence gets their own side, Frank gets 2 of his own whole records.
That's what I'm saying. But I think this artist kind of maybe thought that Zappa was going to be on this album. They're like, sick. I love Zappa. I'm going to throw Zappa on this
Yeah.
bar right here. And then it never was. And they were like, dang.
Oh, this is a great song.
Yeah, right. Dude, I was singing this song out in the water today.
Oh, nice.
It totally was. Rolling on the river.
Whoa.
Rolling, rolling on the river. Rolling, rolling on the river. Oh, dang. I caught the sickest wave today, dude. It was so sick.
Nice. Give me the play-by-play.
All right. So, like, you know, I'm out there. I'm sitting out at the peak, and I'm just waiting for a bomb to roll in. It's usually what I'm doing when I'm sitting out at the peak, is waiting for a bomb to roll in. And so I'm waiting, and it's a kind of funky day at Montera, like, because the beach is so flat right now, so that means like a whole bunch of the sand that was up on the beach is now out in the water forming these sandbars.
Hmm.
And so it's like super shallow. Like right where the strand line is, it gets about like 5 feet deep. But then like 10 yards, not even 10 yards, like 5 feet away from the deepest point right along the water's edge, it comes back up to about knee deep of water. And so there's this huge sandbar that's going, and it's, maybe like 200 yards wide, and it spans the entire length of Montera. And so it's just like the waves that are coming in are breaking further out because of the fact that this sandbar is so massive right now.
Hmm.
And so like you're out there, and like though it looks like you're pretty far offshore, it's actually like super shallow, like really chill. But what's not chill about having such a big sandbar is that the inside, there's just so little room for the water to move around that water coming back out, the backwash, the water that's moving with the current, the riptide, and then the swell coming in are all meeting on this shallow zone. So just at some points of the day, you get some really gnarly backwash waves that'll just create these like little ramps and like bump things up. And so on like a mid tide, what happens is that when the waves are coming in, they look smaller, but as soon as they get to the point at which they're going to want to start breaking, the backwash will come in and then double up the size almost of the waves. So they get pretty big without you even like trying. And then you'll see the water dip below as the wave is coming up, so it's like bottoming out. So they like just look, the faces look a whole lot bigger.
Dang.
So I'm like, I see this wave coming, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a good wave, I'm gonna go for this. And then right as the wave gets to me, it like jacks up, so it's like way bigger now. I drop in and I'm just like screaming down the line, like it's like I'm going so fast because like it just jumped up a couple of feet. So you got like that much more slope to it, so you're gonna get going a lot faster. Recently, my surfing has just felt like it's been getting so clean. Like I can paddle in, pop up, no problem, and then I'm on the wave and I'm like pumping down the line a little bit, and then I'm out on the shoulder of the wave, and I can just like take a nice drawn out bottom turn, come up to the top of the lip, and then just drag out a big top turn. But because of the backwash coming in, you're not hitting those turns as fast. And so like you slow down a lot when you hit those big top turns, because you're basically just sending all your momentum to the top of the wave, and then I'm like turning all the way around. And so I've been getting really good at making these figure eights on the wave, just like going down, up and around, and then back up into the whitewash, and then back down, pump in, and then bomb, bomb. And I took this wave for like, dude, it felt like a solid minute on the wave, but it was probably more like 20 to 30 seconds of a ride.
Yeah.
But like the distance that I covered, because I'm able to do these figure eights now, it just feels like the wave is way longer because I'm allowing myself more room to be able to do more stuff, more room for activities, dude.
More room for activities. Yeah, I feel you.
And it's just, oh, dude, it's so nice. Like, it's just so epic to feel yourself get better at something.
Oh, totally.
That's how I feel about this wire work too. Like,
I mean, you stick at it for a long time. Noticeable progress is so inspiring to like continue on.
right? That's what I feel like
That's
is
great,
super
yeah.
important. That people need to do more of. It's like, yo, it's small attainable goals that you can set
Right,
for
yeah.
yourself, and you will just see yourself get better at the things that you like. Classic cruising song.
I'm definitely cruising.
Oh yeah, dude. I can see it, dude. You're cruising hardcore over there. Oh, I totally forgot to post photos of the elephant from last week.
Oh, it's all good. We'll do a photo dump one day.
Yeah.
All right, let's get a little bit of sunshine in there.
You've been working on any art projects this week?
Just starting a couple things. Yeah, mostly just playing around, just doing some practice.
Nice. That's good.
Yeah.
Dude, I like busted into Ableton for the first time in what has felt like months. Like at the beginning of quarantine, I was like hitting up the music studio side of my whole setup here, like so frequently, but I just hadn't done it in a while. And so I was like going through some old tracks and totally missed how out of tune my guitar sounded on this track that I posted to SoundCloud, and I was so embarrassed.
Yeah.
I was like, no, how did I not listen to this? I was like talking to Rose about it. I was like, Rose, I'm so upset with myself that
I mean,
didn't
sometimes
even
the
realize.
sometimes the out of tune can give a character, or was it not that kind of time?
I mean, I definitely feel you on that, but oh man, it was just so distracting for me, like listening to that song again. I was like, oh god, this hurts my head right now. Like everything else sounds okay. I mean, the drums are like a little off, it sounds like, but like that's okay. You know, character. But oh man, the guitar. I want to like go back and re-record the guitar like back in tune, because like holy cow, dude, it's Rose is like, you know, what you got here, the lyrics, like the song, like it's all great, but I also noticed the guitar too, and I was like, you see. But you know, she's like, well, that's like, you know, part of your ability as an artist, you know, like to recognize in yourself like where you need improvement.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, you're right. Like that's all part of the artistic process. Is like, you know, we all are our own worst critic, and so we need to hold ourselves accountable to our art. And I remember we were talking a little bit about this, but like that show Blackish, they have a spin-off TV show based on the writers of that show. The whole series is like pretty meta, but it's like this, you know, famous black writer, TV show writer, and he's like really upset with this movie that has come out, and he and his daughter think it's just awful, like it's so bad. Like like they just felt like it was just a terrible movie, but it's like getting all these fantastic reviews from people, and they're like, what is this real? And their whole argument is that within the black community, people are too afraid to put down any of their work, because, you know, at the end of the day, they want to like strengthen the art side of the black community, and like they want more black writers and movie makers to be coming from their community. And so they like don't want to put down the movie because it's like doing well, and so it's like it's good for the black community. But his whole thing is like, But if no one is going to police our own work, our own art, then how are we supposed to make good content? Like if no one is able to say like this sucks.
Hmm.
And it's like, yeah, like in the art community, it's like it's so important. Like, you know, you want good art to be out there, but you also don't want to like close off this world to people. So like you let things in, but then you just have to put up with all that is there. I mean, like, taping a banana to a wall,
Oh, don't even get me started on that.
right?
think-
Or like
I think that was
the what were you gonna say? You got a
no,
hot take on it?
no. I don't actually. I thought it was great. I think the art world has its own problems, but I think the idea of doing that. I don't remember the name of the artist.
Yeah, me neither. They're like a pretty famous artist too.
Yeah, but then, yeah, let's talk about banana taped on a wall.
Banana taped on wall.
It sold for like a ridiculous, one. Yeah, 100,000.
Dang.
120,000.
Oh my god. It's like more money than I'll ever see in my entire life.
Oh, it's titled Comedian. Yeah, great name.
Yeah, it's perfect. But like a lot of people had problems with that piece.
Maurizio Catalan. Yeah. And then a guy came up to it and ate it, and he called his piece "Starving Artist,"
Genius.
which is interesting. It's an interesting thing to do. The name is clever, and that's probably as much as I'll give it. But to do that to someone else's art is really like that's like waging war, basically.
Dude, that's sacrilegious.
Yeah.
Like straight up. You can't do that.
Yeah, but then it becomes the moment becomes its own art piece of
Yeah.
the like art is very it's so convoluted. My favorite story, I can't recall who told me this story, where I learned about this, but Robert Rauschenberg, and yeah, it was between Robert Rauschenberg and a de Kooning. So de Kooning had this graphite drawing, and Robert Rauschenberg erased it, and now that drawing is a piece of Robert Rauschenberg's called Erased de Kooning drawing.
Interesting. Dude, what was that one piece? Oh man. Do you know who that artist was that made that that invisible painting or whatever it was called?
No.
There was like this one artist, I forget who it was, but they just like, it's pretty much, it's like a blank canvas.
There's a Casimir Malevich is white on white. Is a white square floating in a white field.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm talking about. Oh, there's also this artist, Lana Newstrom, the first artist in the world to create invisible art.
I don't know about the first.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but
Although that is part of art, is like claiming the idea, I guess. Just kind of scary, and I don't know. Maybe that's a really like old world idea of art, is like
boom. Yeah, Kevin's blowing up the chat right now. Nice, dude. We create invisible art every time we breathe. Boom. You got me there, Kevin. You got me there. All right, dude. Let's see what happened to this. All right, dude. We're moving on from the Cruising album to the album that was kept secret from most.
a secret
viewers.
album. All right,
The
cool.
secret album.
I'm gonna move on. We're gonna leave this one here and move on to a different one.
Nice, dude. That looks great. All right, dude. This is a classic. This is a real classic. Classic one. People are going to know this. They're probably going to dock me on this, mute my stream. But you know what? If you're listening to it live with us, they can't take nothing away. It is so much easier to just go. that's hilarious, Kevin. Like, I'll charge you 25 G's for my latest piece. Exhalation number 273. That's good, dude. That's good stuff.
Is this your 2020 series? Or is this today's series?
Oh, it's funny. Oh, nice. FamFest is on it. Ethan's tuning in. Welcome to the show, Ethan. We got to get you in here next week there, guy. We got to get you making a sick print. You heard me. I know you did. Get you in here making some sick prints. I would love to see your take on the Romanesco broccoli print.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Dude, that would be very cool.
And he never gives an answer, but the fool on the hill sees the sun going down, and the eyes in his head see the world spin round. Well, on the way, dead in a cloud, a man of 1,000 voices talking perfectly loud, but nobody ever hears him at the sound he fears to make. He never seems to notice what the fool on the hill sees the sun going down, and the eyes in his head see the world spinning round.
Dude, talk about a fantastic album, dude. Yeah, dude. We'll get you in here, Ethan. We'll get you in here. I want you in here. Just keep this show going forever. Yo, Ethan, how was Shira's show? Do you know Shira, Connor?
No, I do not.
Shira's one of Ethan's homies from Vassar. She lives out here in the Oak now. She did a live Zoom DJ set. That's why
Awesome.
Ethan's tuning in a little late, but oh man, dude. I want to get Shira to DJ the mix. Shira, if you're watching, we here humbly request your assistance in DJing this show. Ethan, if you could help pass the word along, I think it would be really cool. Interessante. So what you got going on in the second one you got there, Con?
This one we're actually going to do a Fibonacci sequence.
Oh, sick.
We're gonna need some math. We're gonna need to import and run math.
Do it. Run it up. Yeah. Yes, Ethan. I would love you to send me a mix, and I would love for you to ask Shira for me, or I can do it too. But if she would be into calling in and DJing a set where we make some cool music, cool art to her cool music. Don't be long. You ever see that movie Yesterday? The
I haven't.
movie?
I've heard a lot about it though.
What have you heard?
Or not a lot about it, but I've heard good things about it. I've heard limited amount about it.
All right, me and my sister's hot take on it. We did not like it. I know. Because it makes it sound like we don't like Beatles music, and that's how my parents interpreted our feelings when we were talking about it.
No, I can understand that. There's the older generation is very defensive of the Beatles.
They love them.
And the Beatles are
with
great.
With good reason to love the Beatles. I always thought my friend Zach was crazy for how he was like, yeah, I don't like the Beatles. And his reason was, well, because everybody likes the Beatles. And I'm like, dude, all right, whatever. Zach Brown band fan over here. I mean, Zach Brown is great. There's some real fun songs that he does. But not my favorite. Not my favorite. But I do like my chicken fried. I do like my chicken fried. But in our opinion, my sister and I, it was just like the story itself. Not like the story that like, oh, all the Beatles music is gone, and here's a guy trying to like come up with it all again, bring the Beatles back into a world that has no Beatles. Like that's a cool concept, but the side plot of like his whole love interest and like all that jazz, it was just very much, it felt forced. and it also didn't make sense.
Hmm.
And it wasn't very like empowering for in our opinion for women out there, is because it just fell into some classic romantic comedy tropes that are just, I don't know, in my opinion those tropes are outdated and don't they're not realistic.
Yeah.
And like I get the whole movie itself is like, this is like fantasy realism, like it's kind of real but it's kind of not, so like you kind of just got to lose yourself in the story. But when those tropes are just so apparent and just, for me, they're like out of date and don't make sense, it's just like it takes me out of the whole film, because I'm like, why would she even care about this, you know? It's just like, I mean, it was like there's this one line in it where it's like, clearly he loves this girl and like has always loved her, not new to romantic comedies. But like in this scene where she then confesses her love for him, she's like, I've always loved you and I've always been right here, like waiting for you. It's just like, come on, like that's not fair. Like you can't just do that and then just like, oh, like he makes some big reveal at the end of the movie and she's just supposed to be okay with it and falls back in love with him. It's just like,
Yeah.
nah, like come on, like that's so overplayed. Cut it already. Like
Classic trope.
it's a classic trope. It's like, come on, yo, come on. Like you have this cool original idea. Like let's write a movie based on a world where the Beatles doesn't exist. The main character's trying to bring the Beatles back. Like that's epic. That's fun. But why do you have to put in this weird, like, romantic comedy side to it that just, like, doesn't really work? But it's like you need another plot point to keep the conflict of the story going. It's just like, come on, y'all. You're better than that. You're better than that. Me and my sister, we just have higher standards.
Yeah, we were watching a movie last night, a rom-com from 2010, and even that was kind of amazing how like different the vibe was.
Yeah. It's crazy. But the whole like, oh man, the whole like, I love you and I've always loved you trope is just so, it's so overplayed. Like I was watching You'll Always Be My Maybe on Netflix. Great film. Like super classic. But like that's like one of the main points of this movie. Like You'll Always Be My Maybe, in the title of it. It's just like, yeah, the classic trope. Like, come on. We're better than this now, aren't we? Aren't we? But I guess not. Who's policing the romantic comedy world? Who's making sure that content holds up? Yeah. But I also just have a hard time watching romantic comedies. It's like, I don't know. To me, it's just like very cringy. But I guess that's kind of what people want in rom-coms is like, romance is kind of like a cringy thing that happens to all of us. It's just like, it's weird. It's exciting. But I got good friends that just love the ass out of those movies. And I'm just like, man, I do not understand the appeal. Like Nathan, he loves rom-coms. I think the majority of his Netflix algorithm is based off of his love for Friends and How I Met Your Mother and all of the romantic comedies that have come out. It's like he watches so much. Maybe in the past it gave me like a false sense of reality of what relationships should be like. And maybe that's why I have a hard time with them.
Could be. I mean, it's easy to get sucked into the fictions.
Dude, we are deep in the stream, going on hour 2.
Yeah, we're deep in it right now.
I mean, we just have, we're having great conversation. We got some great music playing. We got some great art happening.
Let me see what you're working on. Hold
All
on.
right, dude.
Up
This
to the camera.
is where I'm at with this Brock. We
Yeah,
got
that-
some.
Totally looks like a broccoli.
Right. I need to fill out the florets a little bit more. Cause like in my head, it was more of a mass. Like the florets, like a tighter bunching of just like random, loops and bends and things. But it's kind of hard to do that when you limit yourself with how much wire you're using. Like I look at like a lot of wire sculptors out there and see how they're doing it. And, a lot of their work doesn't have, the only uniformity in it is that it comes together into a form of whatever they're making. But like you look at the individual strands of wire and it's just like it's chaotic. Like, that's cool. And like that's what's cool about wire work is that it looks kind of chaotic, or at least in these other respects, it looks kind of chaotic. And then it like makes sense in the overall piece. And then like I look at a lot of my work and it's not as chaotic as some of that. Like mine's very, very uniform. Like all the legs are pretty much built the same. I'm using coils the whole time. It's not like a crazy mass of things.
Yeah. I mean, it's something you could try.
Yeah. And maybe next week I'll try to do something more like that. But like, this rat that I got, like it's a cool rat, but not very chaotic. Everything kind of makes sense, like the coils make sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's just for me though.
Yeah, you could do it something like because you set out good plans.
Yeah.
You could set out like a plan of like the space and the shapes you want to make, but then like how to fill that.
Yeah.
With wire. Like, and it could be like just a mishmash or
yeah, that is a good point.
Like, because then you can like just kind of just be working away, making even like a repetitive shape.
Yeah, I feel you.
All right.
I absolutely hated Target when they used this song for their promotional, their commercial. Oh, we got goodbyes here at
Oh,
Target. Hello, goodbyes. Check it
There's-
out.
There's plenty of reasons to hate Target.
Yeah, I was so upset. It's like, this is just shameful. John Lennon is rolling in his grave. Say goodbye, say hello, goodbye. Say no. Not even paying it. What are people saying? What are people saying in the chats? People are pretty tame right now.
Let me take you down, 'cause
I'm going to Strawberry Fields.
nothing is real, and nothing to get hung about. Strawberry fields forever. Living is easy with eyes closed. Misunderstanding all you see. It's getting hard to be someone, but it all works out. It doesn't matter much to me. Let me take you down, 'cause I'm going to Strawberry Fields. Nothing is real, and nothing to get hung about. Strawberry Fields forever. No one I think is in my tree. I mean, it must be high or low. That is, you can't, tune in, but it's alright. That is, I think it's not too bad. Let me take you down, 'cause I'm going to Strawberry Fields. Nothing is real. Nothing to get hung about. Strawberry Fields forever.
Got myself a little broccoli.
Little Brock.
A little Brock. If I had more chaotic kind of shape, like space filling chunks, I think that's what I got to do. Is I got to throw in just some space filling chunks. No more branches. I got plenty of branches. I need some space fillers.
Strawberry fields forever. Strawberry fields forever.
Yeah, that's what I need. Ho. Look at that math happening right now. Dang, dude, that's so sick. I'm just like falling into it. Let's see, I gotta find some. I used up all my extra bits. Oh wait, no, I got some already. Sick.
Penny Lane, there is a barber showing photographs of every head he's had the pleasure to know. And all the people that come and go, stop and say hello. On the corner is a banker with a motor car. The little children laughing him behind his back. And the banker never wears a mask in the pouring rain. Very strange. Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. There beneath the blue suburban skies, I sit and mean back in Penny Lane, there is a fireman with an hourglass, and in his pocket is a portrait of the Queen. He likes to keep his fire engine clean. It's a clean machine. Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. For a fish and finger pies in summer, meanwhile, back behind the shelter in the middle of the roundabout, Venus is selling puppies from a tray. And though she feels as if she's in a play, she is anyway. Penny Lane, the barber shaves another customer. See the banker sitting waiting for a trim. Then the fireman rushes in from the pouring rain.
Very strange.
Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes.
Suburban
Skies, I sit and meanwhile, Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. Suburban skies.
Junkers. Import numpy as NP. What's Kevin talking about?
Oh, he's coded.
Oh, he's coded. Sick.
He's importing real number physics into our world.
Oh, epic.
All right, I'm gonna have to sign off pretty soon, man.
Yeah. This is, it's probably a good place to call it here. I'm just working on like filling in the mass
Hmm.
of the florets, and I got the shape that I want. I just got to fill it in a little bit more. But this is probably a good point for us to stop, because we could easily go for another 45 minutes, like no
I
problem.
mean, with fractals, you can never stop, really.
Exactly. That's why I asked you to make the most fractal of any growable fractals. All right, y'all. We're gonna sign off here. Thanks for tuning in for another edition of Live Wire. We'll be back next week. Hopefully, we'll have some more guests. Yeah. You want to get in on this? Let us know. Also, if we get 6 likes on this video, only 6. If we get 6 likes, we'll do a Connor Burke face reveal at 6 likes. So come one, come all, like this video so that we can see what he looks like while he's making some art.
And if we don't, I'll just have to draw what I look like, I guess.
Which would also be cool. 15 likes if you would rather have Connor draw what he looks like in next week's video. Alrighty, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you on the flip side later. Y'all stay safe out there. Thank you again. We will get through this, for allowing us to come into this space and do what it is we like to do, which is create art with you. All right, y'all. Enjoy the Friday tomorrow. Hope y'all get out in some sunshine. It has been an honor to create before you all. And as the Beatles fade out, we will say peace.
Peace and love.